Why hasn't anyone told me about Khadlaj Musk Ice? So recently I put out a video talking about Valaya and two of the more popular clones or dupes for Valaya, which are the Maison Alhambra Delilah Blanc and the absolutely gorgeous Afnan Mystique Bouquet. Now in that video, I talked about how, for me personally, I actually preferred the Mystique Bouquet over both the original Valaya and Delilah Blanc, simply because the Valaya DNA, while I can understand why people like it and it is nice, it feels a little bit boring to me at times, and I like how the Mystique Bouquet takes a twist and adds on a lot more fruit. I've never smelled the Valaya Exclusive, so I wonder if maybe it's supposed to be a clone for that, I don't know. But there's a lot more fruit in this fragrance and it's a lot more interesting to me. But if we're talking about clones that are just going to be the closest to the actual original Valaya scent, in that video I said that it was the Delilah Blanc. However, at that time of shooting, I had not yet smelled Khadlaj's Private Blend Musk Ice. And it's not that the Delilah Blanc doesn't smell very close to the Valaya, it does, but the Musk Ice not only does it smell extremely close to the original, but it also has better performance than Delilah Blanc. Initially, when I got Delilah Blanc, I thought that it was stronger than Valaya, but no. After wearing it a bunch of times and even going through a blindfold test with it on skin and on paper, the original Valaya definitely outperforms the Delilah Blanc. That's not to say that the Delilah Blanc goes away in about an hour, but Valaya and Delina, a lot of the Parfums de Marly scents usually, at least to me, have a pretty good performance when it comes to longevity. Like these two on paper, I can't wait to test myself blindfolded between Musk Ice and the original Valaya, because even with my eyes open, I cannot tell the difference between these two fragrances at all. Delilah Blanc is extremely close, but there's something a little bit different about it. Something, I don't know, with the orange blossom and the fruit, it doesn't smell exactly like the Valaya. Again, it's 95%. Most people are not even gonna pick up on that difference. But if you're like, I wanna get the best dupe for Valaya at an affordable price and have really good performance, oh my gosh, Khadlaj. I definitely have to say it is the Khadlaj Musk Ice. Let's go over the notes for Musk Ice. So I was looking up the notes for Musk Ice, and what I just saw that I didn't realize, and this is probably why it's better performing than the Delilah Blanc by Maison Alhambra, is that this is a 20 to 40% fragrance oil composition. Now I have no idea what is in the Delilah Blanc. I'm guessing it's going to be less than that because this is considered to be an extrait de parfum. So I'm glad I'm not crazy and that it definitely is performing better than most Valaya scents in terms of that longevity. This opens up with bergamot, mandarin. In the heart, you get peach, lavender, orange blossom, and the base is vetiver, musk, and milk mousse. Interesting. I wonder if it's the milk mousse that helps it to feel a little bit smoother than the Delilah Blanc. This is fantastic. Like if you're someone who loves the scent DNA of the original Valaya, which is that ethereal, orange, blossomy, fresh, pretty lady kind of fragrance with a little bit of citrus to it, and you don't like Delilah Blanc, or you feel like the Mystique Bouquet is not close enough for you, I would highly recommend that you try out this Musk Ice from Khadlaj. Interesting that it's called Private Blend. I don't know if that's like a special new private line under Khadlaj and they're gonna give us other scents that may also be higher concentrations of oil, you know, in that extrait de parfum range. I don't know, but if they are, and if they're gonna be at this high level of quality, I can't wait to see that. This isn't a new release. It's been around. It's just new to me. I think it's been out since maybe 2024, if not 2025. But wow, absolutely fantastic scent. I mean, it's crazy what they're able to do nowadays with some of these dupes. The fact that this is 3.4 ounces and you can get it for less than 40 bucks at most places, sometimes even cheaper if it's on sale. This is 1 ounce and I paid more than $200 for it. Insane. How do you compete with that? I think that if more people knew about really high quality fragrances like this, it would be hard to rationalize why you're paying, you know, a lot more for the original. I think a lot of it might just have to do with loyalty to the brand and, you know, that exclusive, luxurious feeling of getting to say, I'm wearing a Parfums de Marly fragrance and you've got a gorgeous bottle. That probably is a lot of the selling point, because at this point, with how good these dupes are getting, it's making the argument harder and harder to justify, again, that very high price point. The only house that, to me, hasn't had at least one dupe be exactly the same, if not better, than the original fragrance is Guerlain. And I just made recently that video about Vanifolia and Vanilla Aura, and don't get me wrong, I still like Vanifolia, but like I said in that video, it doesn't beat the original. And so products like that, I don't think they have to worry, because people who love that fragrance and need to have that exact representation of the fragrance will always buy the original regardless of the cost. But fragrances like this, where I can't come up with a reason as to why I would ever buy this again, with all due respect to you Parfums du Monde, I'm sorry. It's hard to make it make sense. We're living in crazy times. Economic times are hard. And so I'm grateful for the brands that are giving us these kinds of scents, because everyone deserves to be able to smell amazing regardless of what their income level is, in my opinion. I will definitely link this down for you guys below. Let me know, have you tried Musk Ice? Do you like Valaya? And what is your favorite dupe that you've smelled of Valaya thus far?